Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops, we're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. So today, we are recording early. Super early.
Yeah, Doug barely got the sleep out of his eyes. Look at him. He's suffering. For those of you that don't know, Doug drives a trash truck, and he's got a super early route. What time do you normally get up?
2:30.
I get up at 2:45.
So I'm giving up days I get to sleep in.
So it is currently 6:45. We're on the eastern seaboard here. So
I'm your trashiest podcast host here.
Yes, very, very trashy.
we're all pretty much early risers, though.
Yeah.
I've always kind of been an early morning person, so getting up early ain't no big deal.
Natural early riser.
We've all got busy schedules and Christmas
Holidays.
events and
Yeah.
ball games and stuff, so this was the only time we could work it in. So this is pure dedication, Holmes.
Definitely.
Getting up early, getting the grind on.
Getting it in.
Well, and this is actually my first Saturday I've had off in a long time. I actually ran my new route this week, and I have Monday through Fridays off now. I work Monday through Fridays and have weekends off now.
You're going to finally start to feel like a human being again with 2
Yes.
consecutive days off.
I actually worked almost 10 hours less this week on my new route than I did on my old one.
There you go.
So,
Congratulations.
Doug, you sit in a chair all day.
I lift
all right.
more than air.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Just because we're both in the food service industry, don't
No, okay. We've had this argument for so long. Doug, you are not in the food industry. Just because you pick up the dirty side of it doesn't mean you're in
it's
it.
still the.
You're both on the opposite ends of
end
the
of same
food service
spectrum.
industry.
Exactly. Thank you, Derrick, my man.
Oh man. All right. So on today's episode, we're going to be covering Home Alone 1990. So I'm going to read the plot of it. An 8-year-old troublemaker mistakenly left home alone must defend his home against a pair of burglars on Christmas Eve. Doug, let's start with you. When was the first time you saw Home Alone?
Let's see. I was. I can't remember if I saw this one in the theater. I want to say I saw it in the theater when it come out.
Yeah. How old would you have been?
And what did you say? 90? 15.
That's a good age. I mean,
It's a good movie age.
yeah. Derrick, what about you?
Yeah, so I would have been 6 years old at the time the movie released. And I remember distinctly the first time I watched it. Didn't get to see this one in the theater. However, I had a grandparent who bought us Home Alone for Christmas on VHS. So it must have been like 91, like the next year when I saw it.
Yeah.
So I probably would have been 7 then. So we got that on Christmas Day, VHS, and I remember as a kid watching that movie all throughout the year, just constantly. It was in the VHS player and never left. And I think we just about drove our parents crazy because that VHS was on repeat.
Yeah.
Well, it was like the dream. You wake up and you're in control.
I watched it at the golden age.
Yeah.
7 years old. And Kevin McAllister isn't that much older in the movie. Than when I was at the time. 8-year-old is what you said
6,
in the
7,
plot.
8-year-old, something like that.
So it was like the perfect hit for me.
Yeah.
It would have been like, for you when the Goonies came out. Like, you would have been right there in the same age.
Maybe Gone with the Wind for you, Doug.
Hey, it was a colorized version.
So I remember very distinctly and have great nostalgia for Home Alone.
Okay, I got to ask. How many times did you want to take a sled down a set of stairs like that?
Oh, man. I thought Kevin McAllister's booby traps that was just amazing.
Yeah.
to see as a kid, and you wanted to go out and create your own.
Start setting stuff out in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Spring sticks and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, Derek, I'd say that's probably around the time I saw it too. It was probably a year or two after it came out on VHS and stuff. And that cover is just so you will never forget that cover of him, you know, doing
Yeah.
and then what is
And
it?
you got the burglars on either side.
Yes, I mean it's such an iconic cover, and it's just you'll never forget that cover. And I mean, I always loved it, but then like they came out with a sequel, and I actually liked the sequel even better because it just. But then they just went downhill after part 2.
Well, did you ever try to shave when you were that young? And
Oh, yeah, of
put your
course.
Dad's aftershave on.
Yeah, of course.
Your dad laughing, giving here, splash a little of this on.
Well, I mean,
Some of that Brute by Fabergé.
Yeah.
when we were
Old
kids,
Spice.
you know, it was always like, what, you know, we're never left alone. So it's just like, what's going to happen when we're left alone, you know?
Well, Home Alone hits on that, like you said, it hits on that primal fear that a lot of kids have is being left at home alone for the first time. Now, it's something you sort of have to grow into because as a kid, the first time that, however old you are when that happens, you know, you are thinking about what am I going to do if some bad guy shows up?
Well, and you know, you're also thinking like you might like want it at first, but then when it actually happens, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
What do I do? Mm-hmm. What do I do? I'm gonna go eat some cereal with icing and ice cream all over it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
all the
you're going to eat all the stuff I tell you can't eat.
yeah.
And then you start thinking, oh, this is my home. And,
Well-
and then he got the BB gun.
Yeah. Well, this was definitely another, you know, a staple for our house. Watching Home Alone every year for Christmas.
Still is.
So, Derek, do you want to read us some vitals on?
Sure. So the movie hit theaters November the 16th of 1990. What a great time. Mm-hmm. Man.
Like right before Thanksgiving, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just that whole year, 1990.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of that.
2 months before I get my driver's license. Look out, world.
We're me and Derek are still in elementary school.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So let's talk about IMDb. IMDb gives it a egregious score of 7.7. What?
Yeah.
To me, that's criminally low.
Yeah, and see, it's not even on their,
Not even on their top 250.
which is crazy.
That is crazy. Critics gave it a score of 66. Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
But the audience
critics.
but the audience gives it a score of 80. That's a pretty big spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty normal thing, though, when you look at IMDb. Sometimes you get that spread. You can't always go by that, of course, we know. Budget, $18 million, which really isn't a lot when you look at other movies of
craft
that time
services
period.
nowadays for that for a movie.
No.
But if you think about it, I mean, they didn't have giant sets.
No.
Right?
They used real
They
houses.
They
Real
used real
neighborhoods,
houses,
yeah.
real locations. I mean, I'm sure they had a little bit in special effects, especially toward the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And body doubles and stuntmen and stuff doing the last part. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, big name actors who were in the movie. The biggest name actor is John Candy, who appears later on, right? And
I don't know if I'd say either John Candy
Or
and then
Joe
maybe
Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
yeah. Oh, because he had just come off of like Goodfellas, right? It wasn't that 1990. Somebody have to look that one.
I don't
up.
know.
And this was a big departure for him.
Yeah, he was
yeah.
nervous about it. He was like, I don't know if I can do this because it's such a different character.
Yeah,
but
I'm
at
gonna
the
have to
same
look
time-
that up and see what
Yeah.
when Goodfellas came out.
Yeah.
But anyway, 18 million, and the box office gross 476 million.
So it made a little money.
Made their money back. Yeah.
I'm wondering, like you know, the thing about Home Alone and several movies from this era, you're not going to get that ever again.
No.
No.
You're not going to get a cash in of that. I mean, sometimes today movies make $1 billion, like a superhero movie. But look at how much they spend. If it's a $350 $350 million movie to make.
Yeah.
And then you've got the promotion on top of that. Okay, so it makes $1 billion, but
and you got to take half of that because half the theater gets half of that.
yeah.
So
So I think this was a unique time period because, I mean, look at the ROI on that. That's amazing when you think about it from a business perspective. And we're living in a time where it's probably not going to happen.
Well, the money they made is like the starting budget, it seems like now, for movies to be made.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. $18 million is what one big name actor makes on one film.
One film.
Yeah.
Well, if you just to kind of go off, not off topic here, but like if you look at like Star Wars, I think it cost like $90 million to make, but it made $1 billion or something like that. So,
Well, that's just because
they
they
just
had to
don't-
have like
they need all the special effects
10
and,
acres of
and build all.
servers to do all that processing. Of
But
all
it's just like that. But that tells you right there something like I know Star Wars was the first Star Wars movie, but it tells you they can't do this anymore. I mean, and I was even reading like an article talking about. I know I like some of the Fast and the Furious movies, but like apparently they're trying to do the final Fast and the Furious movie, but they can't. I think it was Warner Brothers. I think who owns it said that the only way they're going to make this last Fast and Furious movie is it has to be at under a $200 million budget.
Think about it. That'll be a direct to Netflix.
Well, because they said the last one cost like $400 million to make, but it only made $700 in the theaters. So it didn't even
barely
make
broke even.
Yeah. And it was the same way.
They put a Fiero in space.
Well, and it was the same way with the last Mission Impossible movie. I haven't seen it yet, so hopefully it's good.
really good.
Is it really good?
I started watching it.
It's really good.
That was the same way. It cost like $400 or $500 million to make, and it barely did $7.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why are these movies costing so much to make? When this movie was $18 million back, 40 years ago, and it made $500 million. Mm-hmm. It just makes no sense today. I don't know. Sorry, Derek, go ahead.
No, it's an interesting point, and it kind of goes back to a little bit of the hitting on that. This movie was just a phenomenon when it hit, and it, like I told you, kids at that time, kids just went crazy for it, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
Runtime, a brisk 1 hour and 43 minutes.
It didn't feel like it. It did not feel like that.
This is a movie where when you think about the pacing of the movie, it's shot in such a way that there is no dead space in this movie. Yeah, Doug just looked it up. Goodfellas did come out in 1990. So I was right on that one. But so 1 hour 43 minutes. There is no wasted movement in this movie. It's got a brisk pace. It moves along. It never drags.
No.
It keeps you engaged from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. It's the more it ages so well, like a fine wine. As you get older, you notice things that are funny that you missed as a kid.
Yeah,
like with the parents or the adults.
Well, and you really notice, especially what John Candy's talking about, his stories and stuff. Well, I never really paid attention to his stories.
Yeah,
just telling Catherine O'Hara.
Which he improvised every single bit of that.
He just made it up on the fly.
So this movie, hour 43 minutes, but man, you're so entertained and so engrossed. Mm-hmm. You just get immersed in this movie.
At the speed of an 8-year-old.
Yeah. Rated PG. The movie actually spawned 5 sequels, 4 of which were released in theaters, 2 of which were TV-only movies, and the series stands from 1990 to 2021. There were also 3 video games, which all of them are terrible.
I feel like I remember playing like the first one.
I remember I had a friend who had Home Alone on NES. It was awful.
Yeah.
The point of the game was to run around the house and set booby traps and escape, Marv and
Harry.
But it's just the execution of it in a game is terrible. There's just
did they use
it's
any of the
just
actors'
cringe.
voices in it?
No, it's NES.
It's nobody really talking. It's just you might hear like a or something when there's text.
It's bad. It's really bad. So, but if you're into vintage video games, you could probably find it out in the wild for a few bucks and pick it up just for
Or unless it's one of those that's,
Put that up.
No, it's. I think it's
cheap?
pretty common and cheap. Yeah, that was a thing though in the 80s and 90s. You know, there was a lot of video game movie tie-in properties there that would come to Nintendo and Super Nintendo and Sega, and it's hit or miss. Some of those games are good, and some of them are just pure trash because it's just a cash
grab. Yeah.
Yeah, but the 5 movies. So 1 and 2 are peak, and there's a debate about which one's better, Home Alone 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I love Home Alone 1, but I also love Home Alone 2. Like it's a tough choice. I mean, if I had to pick, I'm going to go with 1.
Right.
But I love 2.
Yeah.
And I love just the difference that they bring in Home Alone 2, going to New York and
Other side of the world.
yeah.
Well, I would almost, this is a weird, I know this is going to be a weird comparison, but I would almost kind of compare them to like the Predator movies, the first 2 Predator
Or
movies.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Yes. It just depends on which which you kind of grew up with.
Yeah.
The first one is the first one. It's amazing. But then the second one, it's like they amped it up. They amped everything up. So it's just, just whichever you.
Number 2 captures a lot of that magic again.
Yeah.
Just on a grander scale because it's New York City.
I actually watched it the other day, and it's still good.
Oh, yeah.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Well, you get the fun house of what? The remodeled townhome? Or
Yeah, like it was like his cousin's house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just happens to be out of town remodeling.
Yeah, and another thing, the 3 other movies. So I don't even remember Home Alone 3 and 4. I guess they must have been just total trash, and so they were in the theater for a little bit and then just went straight to video.
He's a different kid, ain't it?
Well, I mean,
They had to, right?
Yeah, they're all
Macaulay
different
Culkin
kids.
is
Like
growing up.
They're all different kids after 2. I do remember 3. I do remember watching it on VHS back in the day. It is so bad. I will never watch it again. But yeah, it's a different kid. It's like they're just trying to be silly. I don't know. It's horrible. I didn't even know there was 6 movies total. I didn't even know that. But apparently,
the third was so bad. I didn't go farther.
5 sequels. Okay.
No, you're good, Derrick. So I didn't even know there was that many. I thought maybe they stopped there for like 4. I knew there was a 4th one.
So the most recent one that came out was a Disney Plus exclusive.
Yeah.
So I was going through the house the other day, and I noticed that my kids were watching it. Like, they'd started it. They were really excited. And I think they only made it about 20 minutes into the movie, and then they just completely
There you go.
That's
lost their
because it was
target
bad. It was,
You have raised your kids right.
it was really bad.
They know when they see a bad movie.
Yeah, so they always go back to 1 and 2.
They see Dad in the background.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say anything. I did ask him, like, is this the new Home Alone?
He walks in the room like, nope.
Yeah.
Walks right back out.
I'm going outside.
I'm not doing this.
But I asked my daughter, Abigail, I was like, so was that any good? And she was like, it was mid.
Mid. Oh,
But they quit watching it.
meh.
Great.
Home Alone, 1990, nominated for 2 Oscars and original song and score. Let's talk about that score.
Mm-hmm.
John Williams
He can do no
coming
wrong.
through.
No wrong at all.
That score is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to capture you.
I've got a Christmas playlist on my iTunes on my phone right now, and I've got that Home Alone theme.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
It's probably still on that 8 gig.
I got a 13. Come on, bro. I'm not that far out.
No, I'm talking about your original iPod. You still got that brick somewhere?
No. Did I say iPod? I meant my phone.
I remember that iPod you had.
Yeah. Yeah, I was an early
That thing
adopter.
was like that thick.
Yeah, man.
I feel like the music, it just really captures Christmas. I mean, you don't even have to relate it to this movie. You could literally sit there and play it while you're opening up gifts and stuff, and it just captures Christmas feeling to it.
So this movie is great on its own. The production, the action, the set, like the casting, the plot, the pacing, like it's great on its own.
Oh yeah,
The John Williams music just takes it to that next level. It's like yeah, you could have got somebody else to score it, but it would not be the same.
I think they actually did it first, and then they didn't like whatever that guy scored, so I think from what I heard, I think they asked John Williams, "Can you please come in here and fix this?" You know,
And you think about every movie of the 80s and 90s that really hits deep. It's got John Williams in it, man.
everything.
yeah.
We're talking about Star Wars, E.T., Jurassic Park,
Indiana Jones.
Jaws, Indiana Jones, Home Alone.
I mean,
He is our childhood.
It's amazing.
Jurassic Park. Yeah,
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
I
Park.
mentioned Jurassic Park. Yeah,
So I mean, it's just like everything.
exactly.
I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's bigger than him. Yes, there's some amazing composers out there, but I don't think there's anybody more profound than he is.
Well, it's all the new ones that are like just one hitters, you know?
Yeah.
They'll
Well,
do like one great movie, and I think, oh, the next John. Nope.
he was there for all the firsts,
Yeah.
all the first movies.
So think about how lucky and blessed you are, friends out there, that you got to live in a time period where your movies were scored by John Williams.
Yeah.
Tagline: when Kevin's family left for vacation, they forgot one minor detail. Kevin. But don't worry, he cooks, he cleans, and he kicks some butt. That's like so 90s, you know? Another thing about this movie that hit so hard was like, this is a Nickelodeon era.
Yeah.
I mean, kids ruled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was, you can't do that on television generation of like that I grew up in, where there was a whole like kid movement during that
slime
80s
era.
and 90s
Yeah.
where I don't know what it was about that generation where, you know, kids were smarter than their parents and
it's
kids
like
found a way to
like-
win.
It's like the gross era. It's like things started becoming gross, not like dirty. I just mean like slime, like you said, like slime, and
Yeah.
like Ren and Stimpy came out of the,
Like
you know, they
Double
were
Dare
gross.
show,
Double
remember that?
Dare, all those game shows for kids came out, and
I mean, I know we sort of touched on this topic from time to time, but there's no better time to grow up as a kid than the 80s and the 90s.
No.
I mean, everything was so new, and the pace at which stuff came out, like whether it's movies or whether it's video games or toys. Oh my gosh. I mean, everything was just so rich and creative, and I know I've got bias, but dadgum.
Dude,
Well-
you think about this. You know, we complain about ads and shows nowadays, and
yeah, you do.
well, think about commercials.
Even the commercials were good.
80s and 90s. You remember like seeing a Transformers commercial or just
Yeah.
any toy, G.I. Joe
Yeah.
commercials.
I mean,
They were like little mini shows.
yeah, you're never going to get that again where you had the toy line and the movie / TV cartoon tie in. I mean, the whole kid culture for 80s
Yeah.
and 90s is untouchable.
It was
See a
geared for children.
yeah.
See a Gushers commercial, the little little candies that
Dude.
had, or like a what was the Kool-Aid, the squeeze bottle,
Squeeze It.
squeeze it.
Yeah.
You see a commercial for
Oh,
that,
or
or
the Big League Chew.
yeah,
So I was flipping through YouTube the other day, and on the algorithm, it suggested for me nostalgic Christmas commercials from the 80s and 90s. It was like 30 minutes.
yeah.
You watched every one
watched
day.
that thing, I was like, Leonardo DiCaprio meme, and my kids are sitting around. I was like, I remember that. And they're just like, Dad, you're so weird.
It's like you want to turn around and look at your mom and dad. I want that. I want that. I want that.
Captain Crunch, Christmas version, come on.
Christmas berries.
Anyway, that's a nice little rabbit trail, but
Well, and I think also going with what you're saying, Derek, is it's right before the internet hits.
yes, no internet.
No internet. I like I've always said, the internet. There's things great about the internet, but then there's horrible things. I feel like internet has destroyed a lot of stuff like this for us, because everything's available now. You can't be surprised by anything anymore.
Well, you know, think about it. You had to look at a newspaper or call movie phone to get show times,
Right.
or dial 411 for information. Nobody knows what that
And
is.
one
Or
thing
611.
we talked about too before the podcast was there was a long wait between a theatrical release and a VHS release. Like, it seemed like an eternity, and sometimes it was maybe a year, maybe more.
I was going to say, sometimes
before.
it was about 2 years.
So if you may have seen it in the theater, but it took a long time for that VHS to come around.
Well, especially when it would try to go on TV.
Yeah.
It'd be like maybe 3 years down the road before you see it on TV.
And then it was their edit, their version.
Yeah, their version. So,
Thanks, Turner.
So the cast for this movie, let's go through the cast. This movie is so perfectly cast.
Mm-hmm.
Even the minor roles, even like the brothers and sisters and cousins in the family, everybody is so well chosen for their role. And man, I just love the casting. Macaulay Culkin is Kevin McAllister, and his big breakout role was Uncle Buck. Mm-hmm. Dude, there's another John Hughes
I just watched
right there.
that not too long.
So
I love Uncle Buck.
love it so much.
I watched it right after his documentary. I said, we got to watch Uncle Buck.
By the way, if you have not watched the John Candy doc on
it's
Amazon
amazing.
Prime, drop what you're doing and go watch it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
So Macaulay Culkin was in Uncle Buck, Jacob's Ladder, My Girl, remember that one?
Oh, that's a good one.
Obviously, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, The Good Son, Page Master, and Richie Rich. Definitely remember Richie Rich.
Yeah. I hadn't seen that in forever.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin had a great run
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
through those 90s.
Yeah. Well, after Richie Rich, he kind of had issues with his parents. And
Any child actor, they always turn out warped, right? When they get into later teenage and adult years.
Yeah.
It's almost a given.
They get kind of dropped in that adult world, and
Yeah.
their whole skew and everything's off.
Joe Pesci, of course, you know him from Raging Bull, Easy Money, Moonwalker, Lethal Weapon, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, you know Goodfellas, which I think at the time when Goodfellas released earlier in 1990, that it had the record for the number of F-bombs dropped in a movie.
it still actually might have been in theaters, maybe when
It may have.
it came out.
Probably, yeah, it was probably.
I don't know when.
And you're right. You talk about that turnaround from being a gangster in the mafia to, I mean, it was a natural. Was a natural progression for him to take the role of the burglar. So that fit for him.
He's pistol whipping a guy.
But I remember watching the movies that made us. They did it on Netflix. They did a little piece on Home Alone, and I remember them saying in that movie that they had to go to Joe Pesci and was like, "You can't cuss so much in this movie and offset. Like, we got kids around. Like, you're gonna have to watch your mouth."
Well, and that's when he came up with that. You know how in this, when he gets mad, he just starts.
He goes Yosemite Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
That he came up with that. That's great.
So he's also in JFK, My Cousin Vinny, Casino, and The Irishman. Obviously, some classics there. Joe Pesci, great pick for Harry. Or is he Marv?
No, he's Harry.
He's Harry.
Harry. I always think of when Marv is in trouble, he's like, Harry.
Speaking of Harry, we have Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern playing the opposite of Joe Pesci in the burglar duo. You remember Daniel Stern from classics such as City Slickers 1 and 2, starring Billy Crystal.
Yep.
Of course, Home Alone 2, he was also reprising his role. The Wonder Years.
He was the voiceover in Wonder Years.
That's right.
I don't think that show would have been the same. I don't know if you guys watched Wonder Years.
Oh,
back
yeah.
then. Yeah.
The Wonder Years is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? If they made the Wonder Years today,
It would
be set in the 90s.
Well,
that's how.
So,
Because, you know, it's made in the 80s, but set in the 60s.
yes.
Right.
Well, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you remember Boy Meets World, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Topanga,
Boy
come
Meets
on.
World is like it's kind of like a remake of Wonder Years. It's kind of it's very similar, and it actually has the Wonder Years. It's his brother
Ben Savage.
Yes.
Not Fred.
So it's kind of like that, and they actually did like a reboot of Boy Meets World today, and it didn't last long.
Yeah.
So
So anyway, Daniel Stern, the Wet Bandits. He's the one who comes up with that name, right? And the calling card.
yeah, he always liked to stuff in the
Sticky
drain.
Bandits in part 2.
Part 2.
I love
tape.
I love the part where they get in the van and he's got that collection of snow globes on the front. He's like putting it down with bubble gum.
Fresh gum.
Yeah.
You did it again, didn't you, Marv?
Well, Harry, he gets so mad at him. Why are you doing that? He's like, because he doesn't.
All
want
the
to
greats
get
have a
caught.
calling card. John Hurd is the role of the dad. He plays Kevin's dad. He also starred in Big, great movie. Love Big. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, In the Line of Fire, Pelican Brief, and Snake Eyes. Seeing him in this role, though, it's hard to imagine him in these other movies because that's the dad from Home Alone.
Well, that's what he's most known for. He's been in like a ton of movies and a ton of TV, but this is what everybody knows him from.
So in our group text just a couple of days ago, I sent out a funny little internet meme that had a picture of the McAllister house, and the meme said, as an adult rewatching Home Alone, I'm wondering what in the world did Kevin's dad do for a living that he could afford that house and take the whole family to
A
Paris?
3-story house.
What was his job? He had to be like some kind of CEO
Or an investor, some big investor.
some like
stock
Wall
broker.
Street broker or something, man. He had to be rolling in the dough.
Maybe she was some big lawyer or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jeez. Especially having that many kids.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Roberts Blossom, also in this movie. He must play the role of the neighborhood.
The old
old
man.
man. Oh. Yeah.
That's scraping the sidewalks and stuff. Yeah.
Old Man Marley, is that what they call him?
I think
Something
so,
like
yeah.
that. He was in The Great Gatsby, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Escape from Alcatraz, Christine, The Quick, and The Dead. Of course, we've got Catherine O'Hara. She plays Kevin's mom. She was part of SCTV, which was John Candy as well. Mm-hmm. She's also known for Beetlejuice, Dick Tracy. I don't remember her being in Dick Tracy. Of course, I haven't seen Dick Tracy in ages. So
I haven't seen Dick
I remember
Tracy.
Madonna being in Dick Tracy.
I haven't seen it probably in 35 years, probably.
Of course, Home Alone 2. Nightmare Before Christmas. She must do a voiceover there.
Yeah.
I think she was the main girl. I think.
Jack Skellington's girl.
Yeah, I think she did her voice. I think.
Wyatt Earp, Best in Show. I've seen that. That's the Christopher Guest mockumentary about the dog show. It's hilarious.
So funny.
Schitt's Creek. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
And then Beetlejuice, which I have not seen.
It's not. Just don't.
Okay.
It's not good. It's like they tried to just kind of do something similar, and it's just not good at all. It was one of Derrick. You've said this several times. It's one of those that did not need to be made.
Yeah.
So.
I feel you on that one.
And it sucked because everybody came back except for the dad, of course, because you guys know the whole situation of the dad. So they actually killed him off in it. They start out with his funeral.
Okay.
They have like a little animated thing of showing him getting eaten by a shark. And so you see his bottom half in
He's bit
what
off.
is it,
like
a purgatory or whatever, the waiting room. That's the only thing you see of him. But yeah, it was one of those that did not need to be made.
So, and then we've already mentioned my boy, John Candy. What a great cameo appearance for him in this movie. I mean, listen to this resume. SCTV, 1941, Blues Brothers, Stripes, Vacation, Splash, Brewster's Millions, Summer Rental, Spaceballs, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, Who's Harry Crumb, Nothing But Trouble, JFK, Rookie of the Year, and Cool Runnings.
I mean,
My goodness, what a resume.
yeah. Well, he was just, I mean,
Gus Polinski.
just, like in that documentary, he said, because he would do so many favors for everybody. So that's why he was in so many amazing movies.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, can you come just do maybe 5 minutes in my movie?"
And
Yeah, sure.
he's not in this movie for very long. His screen time is maybe 15 minutes.
I think he only had like a
less.
day.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had like a 24-hour turnaround.
I remember in the John Candy documentary, they talked about that.
Yeah.
That his schedule was so tight, they could only get him for one day, but they shot for like 23 hours that day that they had him to get, and he improvised everything.
Everything. Have you ever? Did you see some of the deleted scenes in that documentary?
documentary?
He just kept on going, and that rat story is my favorite. I wish that would have been in the
Talking about his
movie.
jacket smelled like rat pee.
Yeah.
They said that when he showed up on set, he had been thinking about the role. I guess he'd read the script or his part in the script, and he had this whole elaborate backstory and model in his mind of the character.
Well,
so
and
he showed up. They didn't even write any lines for him. He just went with it.
like,
I
let's
mean,
go.
that's unbelievable.
Well, him and John Hughes were best friends.
Yeah.
So this was a favor for him, and also him and Catherine O'Hara were best friends too because they were in
SCTV
together.
yeah.
So they've known each other for 20 years and everything.
But I mean, you think about that level of talent where you can just show up and you don't need any lines. And they said in that documentary that every take was different. Mm-hmm. And he was creating all this stuff, these different stories and ways of doing the scene.
Lost in the cutting room floor.
I mean, they kept him going. This is magic happening right now. We're just going to keep filming and filming and filming. And
yeah, it was great.
Imagine having to edit that and try and pick, okay.
I want to see how many.
You got 23 hours of John Candy content, and you got to parse it down to 10 minutes. Yeah.
15 minutes, yeah.
How many times do you think she broke in the middle of his ad lib?
Oh, man.
Well, see, and she's good at all that stuff herself. Mm-hmm. Everything I've seen a bunch of bloopers and stuff with her and a bunch of different other things. She's the same way. She can improvise just like off the cuff, just like that.
So, what a cast. I mean, that's just lightning in a bottle right there.
Definitely.
Screenplay by John Hughes, who owned the 80s. Mm-hmm. I mean, you think about the comedies and the movies that he was responsible for. There for a while, he was just gold, man. He had the Midas touch. Mr. Mom, National Lampoon's Vacation, 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, Christmas Vacation, Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, Dennis the Menace, John Hughes.
And that's just what he wrote.
Yeah.
Add about 10 more movies to what he directed, too.
That's why these movies are so good.
Yeah.
Because he had fully formed vision, fully formed characters. He knew who he wanted to play in those roles, wrote those roles for specific people.
Yeah.
And, man, his movies just had a ton of heart.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And they were so funny. Everything in these movies I like some of these movies more than others.
I feel like you could most of his movies you can like relate to.
These are movies for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he had that ability. Kids can watch it and find something. Teenagers can watch it and find something. Old people, adults are watching it and saying, "Man, that's really funny."
Yeah.
He just had a way of doing it that it was so relatable for everybody.
How hard that would be to be able to relate to everybody. Mm-hmm. Nobody can do that anymore.
But I mean, you just look at that list.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's insane. Yep.
And so, John Hughes, you got to tip your hat right there. He pretty much created an entire genre.
He was one quarter of the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Of the big directors and writers of the 80s.
Yeah. And I know you touched on it, but that John Candy, John Hughes bro-ship that was there, that bromance.
Yeah.
So I think when people think of John Hughes and they think of what's the number one actor, they may have think like Molly Ringwald.
Mm-hmm. Or
any one of the Brat Packers.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin, because he was in a lot of.
But I think if you count it, I think John Hughes and John Candy did 9.
Yeah.
It was like 9 films together.
Yeah, I think that's what they said in that documentary. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a dynamic duo that you're not going to get much anymore. Every once in a while, you'll see that, like maybe today's version would be like Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Like they've done a lot of things together. But I don't know. Once you find your bro, they just hit it off.
Mm-hmm.
Screenplay, John Hughes, produced by John Hughes. We've already talked about the music by John Williams. The man needs no more introduction.
And I feel like we've done several of his movies
my
already.
God.
So
That soundtrack.
Hard not to.
yeah.
So let's talk about this soundtrack for just a moment before we move off of that, because not only did you have the magic of John Williams, but interspersed throughout the movie, you got some classic Christmas bangers like the song from I guess it's the Drifters or whoever, when Macaulay Culkin is shaving in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
You had that. You had Rocking Around the Christmas Tree when he's doing the fake party.
Is my favorite Christmas song of all time.
Yeah.
That is my favorite of all time.
I mean,
As soon as I hear that song this day, I think of that Jordan's cutout.
on the train.
On the train, yeah.
So, you had the magic of John Williams, but you had Run, Run, Rudolph when they're going through the airport and they're running
which
behind.
you can't do that anymore.
I mean,
That's so funny. When I was watching that, I don't know how many. I've been in so many different airports. I'm like, man, you can't do any of that anymore. You can't just run to your
that's
gate.
one thing about the movie is it is definitely a time capsule.
Yes.
I mean, you got no cell phones, you got landlines, you got the airport is completely different what you can and can't do.
Which I am actually shocked as rich
Product
as
placement.
As rich as this family was, I'm surprised he didn't have one of those like big bricks.
Exact Morse brick phone.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't have one.
Oh, the Pepsis in here were
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
easy.
You'll
on
wet the bed.
Pepsi Fuller. And that smile, his little brother, that's classic.
You wet the bed.
Well, and that's his brother, and he's a Oscar winner now. What is his name?
I don't know.
He's a Culkin too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't think of his name, but yeah, he just won an Oscar a few years ago.
So not only did you have the magic of the John Williams score, but you had those awesome Christmas hits that when you heard them, all of those songs were perfect for the scenes they were portraying. Run, Run, Rudolph is a perfect choice, Chuck Berry, for them frantically hauling it through the airport. Yeah. Like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is a perfect choice for the fake Christmas party.
Yeah.
Like they put a lot of thought into that song selection.
Because what is it? They got 30 minutes because they woke up so late. They got 30 minutes to get to their flight or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're going to let you run right down the gantry into the plane.
And I wonder how much they had to pay to get the license to, because anytime you mention or you play somebody's music in the movie, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, I don't know, back then, it could have been $1 million a song or something. You never know.
You never saw that kind of thing again until Dumb and Dumber. It's okay, I'm a limo driver. And he goes running straight down the gangway.
So we talked a little bit about where they filmed this at. Winnetka, I hope I pronounced that right.
Sure. Yeah.
Winnetka, Illinois, and Chicago.
Well, and
there.
that's where a lot of John Hughes movies took place, was around Chicago.
Yeah.
Like in the suburbs of Chicago and stuff like that.
That house, the Home Alone house, it's one of those iconic homes that was used in film, like the Godfather house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the Home Alone house.
You can still see it.
Yeah, it's still there, but they've painted it. It's like white brick now or something like that.
There are some locations, some real homes like that, where people are constantly going on their little tours or whatever to find these places and take pictures, like the Full House in San Francisco.
Yeah,
this house. Have you been to this one?
No. Because this is I don't remember the last time I went.
You've been to some of the locations
in L.A.
I
went to the Michael Myers house.
There you go.
It's actually like a therapist or a doctor's office now.
Imagine just waking up to eat you some breakfast and there's people out front of your house taking selfies.
I mean, I've been to the Back to the Future house. I've been to Doc's house. Just the Poltergeist house. But the Poltergeist house, those people, they will not let you come on the property at all. Like, not even come on the sidewalk. They'll like, from what I've heard, they'll like. So I stood across the street.
But here's the thing: like, you buy that house, gotta know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You might as well wear that thing and be like, be proud of it. Like, yeah, I'm going to be giving up some of my privacy, but I mean, this is going to be a special place. And think about all the people you could meet. I mean, I guess it would get old.
Just invest in curtains, dude.
Yeah.
Well, just be nice about it, because at the Halloween, the Michael Myers house, they have a sign up that said, "This is a business. You can come on the porch." Sometimes they might put a sign saying, "Please do not come on the porch. You can take all the pictures you want. Just this is a business, but you can come on the porch if you want to. Mm-hmm. You can't come in if we're open." You know, but they host like every Halloween. They'll let you come in and walk around the house and take pictures and everything. But I've even seen Pee Wee's house. I was able to find Pee Wee Herman's house out there in California.
But that house, man, as a kid when you're watching it, it's like a dream house.
Yeah,
got that huge basement with the scary furnace.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what
got
would you say?
Kevin's room upstairs. You got
8
Buzz's room. You got the parents' room, the den. Like,
It's just me to go to the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you what today that'd be like a $10 or $15 million house.
Oh,
or something
easily,
like that.
easy.
So on the
here.
Netflix documentary, they said that obviously the exterior of the house is what they shot for the wides, but then a lot of the interior is done on sets, and they have to build those sets, and then that's how they shot the interiors.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other locations are like, real places around the Chicago, Winnetka area, like
the church.
the church,
she goes to.
the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
the grocery store, all that's
Which I like little grocery stores like that. I don't
that
know.
little mom and pop grocery
I don't
store.
know. There's something about them.
Director. The movie is directed by Christopher Columbus. Not to be confused with
I was like, wait, what?
92. Chris
Like, did you
Columbus.
lose your thought there?
Chris Columbus. I said Christopher. Okay.
Not
20th
I didn't
Century
even
Fox.
catch you said that.
accidentally found America.
Chris Columbus, also quite a resume here. Adventures in Babysitting, obviously Home Alone 1 and 2. Mrs. Doubtfire, classic.
Yeah.
Bicentennial Man. Kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah, I had
also
seen
a
it
Robin
forever.
Williams movie.
I enjoyed that.
And then, of course, Harry Potter 1 and 2. So for all you potheads out there. But
I don't know if I've ever heard that before, potheads.
Chris Columbus, that's a great resume. And to have, Adventures in Babysitting, that was a pretty big hit
Oh yeah, that was
back in the day.
Yeah.
But to have just one of these, on your resume is impressive.
What's
But to have all these, that's
what's the actress that's in it? What's her name?
Elizabeth Shue.
I think that was her big.
Doug's crush.
Like
That's
because
my
that was
girl,
right after.
man.
I think that was right after Karate Kid. I think, wasn't it? And then I think that was her like big hit movie. Like
Breakout. She was like lead of it.
yeah. So I hadn't seen that in forever though.
Let's go over some trivia. Producer John Hughes originally brought on Chris Columbus to direct National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989, another classic. But even before cameras could roll, Columbus came to the realization that he just could not work with the difficult Chevy Chase after meeting him. There's a lot of stories about Chevy
yeah.
Chase
Very
being
infamous.
a diva.
Hard to work
Yep.
with.
So even though he desperately needed the job at that point in his career, Columbus decided to quit the project. He was worried it would end his career. But then Hughes brought him in to direct this film, which became a massive hit a year later, earning over 6 times the amount of money Christmas Vacation did, with a budget of almost $10 million less.
Yep.
Cool story.
Yeah.
Imagine John Hughes coming to you and saying, I have handpicked you to direct my
Having that power.
screenplay.
What do you say?
Wow.
Like he's
amazing.
a producer having that much power to pick the director than instead of a lot of the studios probably
Right.
picking directors. That's
But
crazy.
no,
That's
we're
a cool
taking
story.
this guy. And this,
That's a cool
I
story.
leave.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci deliberately avoided Macaulay Culkin on set because he wanted Culkin to think he was mean. Pretty cool. And of course, we told you the story about him having to clean up his language.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, that role in Goodfellas wasn't hard for him to play. This movie has also entered into the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest box office gross comedy. Of course, with that number, 477 million worldwide. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know it was the highest grossing comedy of all time, but I can definitely see why.
Mm-hmm. Back when we could laugh at ourselves.
Back when comedy was a thing. Comedy is trying to come back. If people will let it.
It's very hard. So, well, thanks, Derrick. That was some great information there for that movie. Doug, do you want to tell the people what other people think about this movie?
Sure. You know, on top of that, I looked up real quick some other movies that come out during 1990.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we got Home Alone, Goodfellas, Die Hard 2, The Godfather Part 3.
Oh, okay.
Back to the Future
Part 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty Woman,
Daggum. Think about this lineup, y'all. We don't get this anymore.
Total Recall,
Oh, yes.
Predator 2,
Son, think about people were feasting in 1990.
Misery,
I watched that recently. It's actually still good.
Ghost,
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Dances with Wolves, The Hunt for Red October,
That's one of Preston's favorite movies.
The First Tremors,
Oh, wow.
Awakenings, Gremlins 2, Jacob's Ladder, Derrick, Teenage
Yes.
Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming
Yes.
out that year.
That's on the list.
Kindergarten Cop,
Come on, 1990. People didn't know how good they had it.
I mean, it was what,
Days of Thunder.
three or four
I have a
movies
theory.
month?
Days of Thunder and Top Gun are basically the same movie.
Just one with cars, one with jets.
I mean, think about it.
The Rookie, Mermaids. I mean, Dick Tracy. We brought that up earlier. Dick Tracy.
1990. They were bringing the heat this year.
Rocky 5.
Oh, the ignominious death of the Rocky franchise right there.
Dark Man. I mean, it just keeps going. Flatliners. Problem Child. Child's Play 2. RoboCop 2 come out in 90. Hamlet. Slacker. Another 48
That Hamlet's
hours.
good.
There's I mean, it just keeps going. Lionheart. Arachnophobia.
Lionheart. That was one of the last of Jean-Claude Van Damme's good martial arts movies.
Yeah.
And it's really pretty cringe, but
3 Men and a Little Lady. That was a good little movie. Tales from a Dark Side movie. Memphis Belle, the movie. That's a great movie. Bird on a Wire. Pump Up the Volume. Blue Steel. Jamie Lee Curtis. Remember that one? House Party. Young Guns 2. Postcards from the Edge. This is all one year release, people.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead. Leatherface. Air America. Joe versus a Volcano. The Field. I mean, and I'm skipping around. Hard to Kill.
so when you think about what it was releasing with, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like what? We'll say 10 movies a month. It seems like they were coming out within 90.
Oh, I'm up into the hundreds now.
I mean,
Lord of the Flies.
We read that book in high school.
Talk about a movie that hit you when you was a chubby kid. That one's a kick in the gut right there. Man, there's so many. Oh, it just keeps going, guys. And all 1 year.
yeah.
So, if you want to complain about Hollywood, complain about today's Hollywood, where you get 3, 4 movies in a year.
If you're lucky.
If
I'd
you're
say
lucky.
this
This year, maybe 2.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
You could go every day and see something, and just, I mean, Navy SEALs, The Guardian. I mean, all this one day, Graveyard Shift. I mean, I can do 50 more. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And they're all of them have different. Ernest Goes to Jail come out in the 90s. I mean, there's some great movies, and I so miss that era.
Not going to get it back,
theaters.
bro.
I miss it.
Unless we give full control over to AI.
And they just start pumping out movies.
And then AI can pump out a movie like in 5 seconds.
Yeah. At a tenth of the budget.
Yeah. We will get that Home Alone 3 with Macaulay Culkin.
Okay, let's see. I smell toast. I'm not having a stroke. She making. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Read your review, sir.
Okay. This guy, 4 out of 10. Nothing special.
So wrong.
Riparian Mueller.
Sure.
Mueller.
How many different ways you gonna say it there, Doug?
And one of them's right. Well, this is 2020, so that says it all. I think this film is quite overrated. It's kind of a drag through most of the movie. And the end where the kid beats up the robbers is not as funny as people say. There are much better Christmas movies out there. Why this one is so acclaimed is beyond me.
And he doesn't name any of those other Christmas movies. This is a low IQ individual. Move on.
Well, and, that's why I don't understand. Why do you? I've never felt like I needed to go review a movie.
This person,
Just because it's bad, I'm like, I'll watch it the one time, and if it's bad, I forget about it.
we're in an age where people think bad press is.
I don't need to go make a review.
This person obviously eats glue, so this guy right here, 8 out of 10, a warm movie, and he did it on my birthday, January 5th. That's nice.
Come on, everybody remember.
The 5th. Okay, this movie made me very warm.
Okay.
You don't want to start off the first sentence.
Keep going, Doug.
Okay.
Keep going.
A little boy is fighting thieves. He's acting smartly, so drive back thieves. I felt a warm heart of family. I was impressed. Last scene, it made me cry. Is that why you make me read these so I sound like I'm retarded?
No, this is the way they
I
typed it
know,
out.
so you make me read.
It's called the English language. Left to right.
I mean,
Take Tylenol for headaches.
This person could have been 8 years old.
Oh.
And besides, I don't have to give you something to read to make you sound like that.
Hey, it made me cry. There are my favorite scene. The house was decorated beautifully with Christmas ornaments. It really beautiful. I like very much it.
I could say something really mean here, but
Keep
in the
going.
spirit of Christmas, we're never going to
Okay.
get through
Oh, yeah.
this.
Listen, keep going, and you'll figure out why it was typed like this.
Actually, I like Christmas ornaments. My family like Christmas ornaments too, so my house do it. Moreover, the music of this movie is also wonderful. I can heal it even by music. The movie made me think of winter when the winter of every year comes in Japan. Oh, it broadcast. It is very popular in Japan. All children and adults was loved.
I guarantee you this is what it was translated
Konnichiwa.
into.
Yeah.
You could have started with that.
So here we are making fun of some Japanese kid.
Take this round eye.
Google,
Nice going, Doug.
Google Translate needs to do a better job.
Yeah,
Come on.
dude, this is before ChatGPT. Okay. 1 out of 10. The beginning of the end for John Hughes. A Betchel July 1999. He obviously wasn't partying that year. Set aside the preposterous setup, and we're left with a movie that portrays violence without consequence.
Oh, my God.
And what makes it especially irritating is that violence is played for laughs. How funny is it to see a man hit with a can of paint.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty awesome.
Joe Pesci deserves better. Talking about the guy that just randomly pistol whips people in every movie. The movie, of course, made a mint for John Hughes and made a huge star out of Culkin, albeit briefly. Alas, Home Alone marks the beginning of a decade-long descent for Hughes that he is yet to pull out of. Wow.
Then again, everybody is now dumber because of your comments.
I really feel like I need to get that sound clip and put it on the
You
board
do.
here.
You do. You need to grab that.
An essential, okay, this one, 10 out of 10, an essential holiday delight.
Come on. Somebody knows what they're
Credence,
talking about.
Barebone, November 2nd, 2025. This year, just last month.
Wow.
A perfect blend of hilarious slapstick, genuine heart, and Christmas magic. Macaulay Culkin is iconic as Kevin, the forgotten kid who turns his home into a booby-trapped fortress against the wet bandits. The traps are classic, the John Williams score is beautiful, and the family reunion ending is genuinely moving. A timeless feel-good film. It's not just a Christmas movie. It's a masterpiece of family comedy. Somebody got it.
Booyah. Somebody understood the assignment.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, let's hear what Mr. Ebert says here. Home Alone is a movie that taps into scary nostalgia, evoking memories of being left alone as a kid. The film's screenplay is written by John Hughes, has some genius moments, but it strays too far from its premise, making it implausible. The movie would have been more enjoyable if it focused on the realistic experiences of a forgotten 8-year-old rather than absurd booby traps set by Kevin. The young actor Macaulay Culkin delivers a gifted performance carrying almost the entire movie. He's confident and talented, making the film somewhat enjoyable despite its implausible plot. The subplot involving the burglars, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, is over the top and detached from reality, making it hard to care about the story.
You're thinking too hard, bro.
Overall, Home Alone has some redeeming qualities thanks to Culkin's performance, but it is a letdown by its absurd and implausible plot. 2.5 out of 4 stars.
What a moron. Okay, so
Moving on.
dude, he obviously doesn't understand who the movie is made for. The movie's made for kids.
Yeah.
Obviously.
This is all out of the-
Yes, adults went to see it, but a kid is the main star.
he didn't notice the drawing.
At no point in the movie is it
crayon.
is it trying to be realistic.
No.
That's the whole point of slapstick. Like, you have to suspend your disbelief. And if you would watch it through the eyes of a kid, of course it's implausible. But this is the thing about adults seeing kids' movies is you have to go into it through kid glasses.
Yeah.
Not adult glasses, because if you think too hard about it, you're going to ruin it for yourself.
Well, I would almost feel like 90% of the movie, I feel like is very plausible. It's only that last part where they're trying to break in the house, is where it starts to get like slapstick and all that stuff.
Well, like as far as the injuries go and stuff.
Yeah. So for that review, I would say there's a little word here that you're forgetting about. It's called fun.
Fun.
What was it? Imagination.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Doug. Some people just don't understand. All right. So I'm going to do our scene by scene. So let's start with scene 1. Everyone's packing for a Christmas trip to Paris. Kevin gets sent to the 3rd floor and wishes his family would disappear. A windstorm causes a power outage and they oversleep. They rush to their flight but forget Kevin. Kevin wakes up to find the house quiet and realizes his wish came true and celebrates. Middle of the flight, Kate realizes they forgot Kevin. Kevin!
Yeah. Okay. This introduction, this is awesome. With the panic in the home, the chaos, you got all the kids running around. You got the uncle
I have a theory.
Everybody's got that uncle.
Yeah, you got you meet the older brother, but to me, Buzz, yeah, the most memorable part of this introduction, two things: the pizza guy.
And
From
him
Little
hitting on that
Nero's,
everybody
hitting
hitting
the
that statue and
Yeah.
knocking it over.
And then you see Joe Pesci show up in the beginning as disguised as a cop.
Yeah.
And he's casing the joint.
Yeah.
So it's a brilliant introduction because right there in the you meet all the primary characters right
All
there.
the players right there.
And one thing that shocks you as you watch this movie is the dialogue, the way that the kids talk to the adults.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember watching this as a kid, and my mom was kind of offended. She's like, I can remember her saying this. I can't believe that the kids talk to the adults so disrespectfully.
Well, I think it's because there's just so many of them, so they're just like, this is,
Yeah,
and they're. I would almost say because they're, since there are so many of them, the parents don't pay attention to them as much, so they're kind of a lot more independent than, like, say it's just me,
Well, you can see the whole dynamic of the brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Kevin he's the runt. Like
Yeah.
The
he's annoying. He's the
young
little
one.
brother.
Yeah.
And the way that Buzz picks on Kevin,
Buzz is a turd.
And the way
Buzz, your girlfriend, woof. That's later.
Well, that's in this scene, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
That's when he goes into Buzz's room after he's left
that's
alone,
right.
and
That's right.
he
Yeah.
rifles through the footlocker.
he
there.
finds the BB gun and everything.
Yeah, but so that introduction there, you see the home. It's perfectly lit for Christmas. You see the chaos of the kids. That dinner scene that takes place where they finally get the pizza delivery inside. $122.50, and the pizza guy's standing there,
Yeah.
right, waiting to be paid. And again, dude, we go back to the dad. What are you doing for a living? I mean, you can just shell out $122.50. Now, the price of inflation today.
Well, and
You get 3 pizzas for $122.50.
Yeah, really.
I was about to say that because that's what a lot of people were complaining about. Why is that so much money for 12 pizzas? And they're like, that's only like $10
$10 a pizza.
That's like nothing, especially probably big pizzas like that.
Yeah, this was before Little Caesars.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let me ask you guys this. Would you say, when I was watching it, I almost felt like it, would you say that, especially the scenes that have Kevin in it, would you say they're all coming through from his eyes? Like maybe certain things are not really, like, you know how they're treating him when the drinks spill and everything. Would you say,
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Would you say that's how he's seeing it?
Perfect.
Would you say that's how he's seeing it?
I think you could definitely make that case because when he goes down in the basement, he has that little scary vision with the furnace, the mouth opening.
and like everybody's staring at him.
And the way
for
he
like
sees
a
Buzz
long
about
amount
the
of
cheese
period.
pizza.
So I'm just wondering if like he's
Like,
this
get a
is-
plate. It's coming back. And that's so a big brother move right
Oh
there.
yeah, there's so much here.
So I actually I found this. It's just a small theory. It doesn't really go too far, but about Uncle Frank.
Yeah.
So they're saying so the theory is that Uncle Frank is the true villain of Home Alone. It's just a small
He is
theory.
a jerk.
Yes,
he's
he
a
is.
cheapskate.
So it says he's the ultimate villain of Christmas, basically, in this movie. It says he refuses to pay for the pizza even when he
It's my brother's house.
It's my brother's house.
with a free trip to Paris ahead of him. He steals airplane silverware.
Yeah.
He compares leaving a child home alone to forgetting a pair of reading glasses, and he applauded Buzz what's the word? Say that word for me.
Humiliating.
Kevin at the Christmas concert. Or was that in the second one?
I think it's the second.
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
So that's the small theory that he's the true villain of these movies.
He's the cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But I prefer Cousin Eddie.
But the way that the first scene is written, you can identify with Kevin being annoying,
Yeah.
and also his family, the family dynamic of. If you're watching it from Kevin's perspective, yeah, you feel like the odd man out. Like, I don't belong here. Everybody hates me.
Yeah.
And It's just a brilliant setup. And the way the interaction with the brothers and sisters, man, that's just, it's so accurate.
Yes.
It's just, it hits right on. But there's so much going on in that opening scene. Absolutely love it.
And who has enough money to go to Paris for Christmas?
Yeah.
This goes back to what you're saying, Derrick.
I know it's implausible. Like our boy said. But
and you notice they cannot stay home for Christmas. Why can't you just stay home? In the second one, they go to Florida in the second one.
yeah. Well, if you stay home, there is no movie.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, stay home for Christmas.
Enjoy that mansion you're living in.
It seems like things happen when you leave.
So we also meet Old Man.
Yeah.
From a distance, because remember they have that scene up in Buzz's room.
He's shoveling snow.
Where he's out there and he tells that old neighborhood myth about he murders the bodies of kids and then he puts them in the shovel, puts them in the can with the salt and it dissolves their bodies.
He's spreading. That's how he spreads the evidence.
For the evidence. Yeah.
That is again such a Big Brother thing.
And don't they zoom in on the old man with the
he
song?
turns around and he sees them watching out the window.
Like, get off my yard.
Yeah, that is such a Big Brother move too because you believe your big brother.
Yeah.
When you're a little kid and you think, well, yeah, he's right. Oh my gosh.
That place is haunted.
So Kevin has to sleep on the third floor with Fuller, who'll been knocking down Pepsis. He's going to wet the bed. Dude, that old school Pepsi can.
Yeah.
There's definitely some product placement in this.
So much. I'm surprised they didn't do like Pizza Hut or something.
Yeah.
Instead of the
Little Nero's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like a pizza joint that's going.
Oh yeah, I've been to a Little Nero's before.
Oh, it's real?
Well, I mean, they just probably took the name.
It's kind of like a little rip off of Little Caesars.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to so many different. When I lived up north, I've been to so many different non-chain pizza places and stuff. I remember there was one up in Indiana called Pizza King, and they actually had the table. Like Donkey Kong and everything was greasy and
there you go.
It was such the best pizza.
So then that scene where everybody wakes up and they're, scrambling to get out of the house.
A little storm brews and causes a tree limb to hit the power lines, and it causes the power to go out, so they lose their alarms.
There's this one little scene where they have all the kids lined up and the vans show up from the airport to take them to the airport. And there's old Ford Econoline vans. That's like every church van I rode in as a kid, except it was owned by the airport.
I almost feel like my dad had one of those.
Yeah. So that scene where they got all the kids lined up and the oldest daughter is going through counting heads. And Buzz is there. 1, 2, 10. He's like trying to mess her up. And this one little neighborhood kid sneaks in.
Asking questions to everybody.
Gee, kid, I don't know.
You get good gas mileage?
And he was like,
does this van get gas mileage?
He started going through everybody's bag, pulling stuff out. And I'm like, man, this kid's annoying.
Gee, kid, I don't know. Give me a break, kid. That's such a great scene. But she miscounts and thinks that he's Kevin.
Yeah.
And
then we see
the confusion.
Airport scene, them all running through the airport.
One 9-volt battery would have stopped this movie from happening. If he'd put the backup battery
in the alarm clock. Yeah.
I will say I do love when they realize they overslept. Like they speed up the footage of them just like running back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We overslept and just start running, and then so they get they start running through the airport with like we've already said you could never do that ever again.
That's a time capsule right there.
Yeah.
You'll miss your flight.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
In the same way that like Die Hard, also Die Hard 2, 1990, it takes place in an airport.
Yeah,
and so much of what goes on there is
because that was in L.A. and this is in Chicago, so it's same way. And it's so funny because they don't even I think Kate's trying to make sure everybody's on board right at the door, and she's like, no, the I guess the flight attendant or whatever she is, no, we'll be fine. We'll make sure everybody gets on. And then that's when Kevin wakes up.
And he's got that classic bedhead going on.
Yeah, it's just like sticking up, and he's walking through the house. Hey, where are you guys?
Where's my family?
And then he just
I made my family disappear.
And then you get his high-speed rant through the house.
Well, and then so they're on the flight, and I thought it was so funny that the uncle, I mean, literally, like we mentioned before,
We get champagne, don't we?
Huh?
We get champagne, don't
Yes, yes, immediately.
we? It's free, isn't it?
It's
Such a
tiny
cheapskate.
shawl shaker. That's crystal. Put that in your purse. Put that in your purse.
Oh, that was another thing that Kevin mentioned that got him in trouble. That he mentioned that he's a cheapskate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. But then so they get on the flight, and he starts stealing the silverware.
So
Back when they gave you silver on an airplane.
And you notice how big that plane was? I know that was first class, which I've never flown first class.
Oh, they wasn't trying to pack them in like it.
no,
back then.
because it was only 2 seats on the side there.
Yeah.
I know we kind of already moved off of this, but the insults thrown around to Kevin and through the family are so great. At one point, he calls Kevin a flimwad. Look what you did, you little jerk.
Kevin, you're a disease.
You're a disease. The French have a saying for you, les incompetents.
Well, see that's why that's why I was saying that first scene. I feel like it's through Kevin's eyes. It's not completely everything. When he gets in trouble, everybody's just staring at him, which is a very awkward scene. So I was like, that's why I'm saying I think it's through Kevin's eyes at first.
Yeah.
And then it eventually goes
the way he sees everything.
Yeah. So I think that's why they're being a little more dramatic than it actually needs to be. Because if they spilt water, they'd send him away and keep going.
Yeah. So let's go to that conversation with Catherine O'Hara and John Hurd where they're husband and wife, and they're discussing. They're going down the list.
They forgot something.
Forgot something.
Yeah.
Did I turn the coffee maker off? And they're going down the list of all the things, and then she hit boom. Kevin!
Yeah.
And he's like, I left the garage open. That's what it was.
That's garage, yeah. Yeah, she freaks out. Kevin! It's one of those iconic scenes. I feel like everybody that's seen this movie knows that scene when she just she realizes, Kevin!
Yeah. Cool stuff.
And then, let's see, so Kevin, and I think this is when Kevin starts he starts to get it he's like, this house is by myself. It's my house now.
Yeah.
So this is moving into scene 2 then.
Yeah, do you guys?
Let's go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So scene 2, Kevin tries everything forbidden. Harry and Marv stake out rich houses on the block, intending to break into McAllister's house. Unaware Kevin is home, he turns on the lights, scaring them away. Kate can't reach Kevin due to down power lines, so she calls the cops to investigate. Harry and Marv rob a house across the street when they hear a message from the McAllisters saying they're still in Paris. Kevin recognizes Harry. Kate trades seats to a flight back to the States.
Yeah, that moves through a lot.
Yeah.
Chunk of the movie right there.
Yeah.
So that scene where Kevin has the euphoria and he realizes that he's alone and it's his house, and he goes through and he eats junk food and he's jumping on the bed and basically just having the time of his life.
Well, and he also yells out, "Hey, I'm about to eat something bad for me," or whatever he says.
Yeah,
He keeps on yelling.
He goes in Buzz's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes through the Foot Locker and he opens up that chest and Buzz, your girlfriend, woof. He's got firecrackers in there.
Well, and he opens
got
up
a Playboy magazine.
He's
he
like,
looks through it.
"Oh, they're all naked."
That was so
Goes
funny.
over his
So
head.
gross. Nobody has any clothes on.
But when you're a kid and you're watching that, Buzz's room, dude, he had so much cool stuff in there.
Yes. He had a tarantula.
The tarantula. We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah.
In that very opening scene too, one of the cousins or other brothers has a discussion about that tarantula. Who's going to feed your tarantula while we're gone? I just filled him a load of mice guts, so he should be good.
Yeah, he's good for a few weeks.
And Kevin climbs up the shelves. Trying to reach some the money up on top.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And the whole thing falls down. And so that becomes a comedic point later on.
Yeah.
That's also what releases the tarantula.
Tarantula, yep, for a special scene later on.
See,
Yeah.
a lot of the things are set up, the payoff comes later.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. It's intelligent the way it's set up.
Oh, absolutely.
You see the tarantula get out, and you think, well, okay. The first time, but you don't know how that's
Yeah,
gonna be used later.
we'll never see that tarantula again. Yeah.
Just like the statue is like being knocked over is kind of like a
It was
recurring
like-
little
it
trope,
was like
a funny
4
little
times
thing.
in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
always that Pizza guy. Come on, dude.
Well, it was even the guys in the vans, the airport guys. They hit the statue too when they pulled up.
So when Kevin is having his fun, another cool thing is he has the starting lineup figure set up on the laundry chute, and he's shooting
yeah.
with the BB gun, and they're falling down into the basement. I had some of those starting lineup figures. I think if you watch it, one of them's Michael Jordan, I know for sure, which ties into the Michael Jordan stand-up in Buzz's room. With them being in Chicago, that makes sense.
Yeah. He had a Ryder BB gun.
Yeah, Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah, Red Ryder. Yeah. Which I had one when I was a kid.
Let me tell you something. You didn't just pump those one time when you were a kid.
Oh, no.
You hit the max.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
till you couldn't push that thing down.
So the scene that is most iconic to me in this part is where he's sitting down. He's got the bowl full of ice cream and junk food. I'm eating junk food and watching rubbish. Somebody come and stop me. Yeah. And then he turns on the black and white gangster movie.
It's what is
Angels with filthy souls.
Angels with filthy souls.
You know that's not real. They actually
let's talk about that.
Yeah, they actually filmed this for the movie.
This is how hard they went. Like they could have taken the easy way out and like spliced in some old movie.
Well, especially as much pull John Hughes had, they probably could have
But they actually wrote these scenes, shot these scenes.
Yeah.
I thought for the longest time
It was a real movie.
it was a real movie that they were just referencing.
Yeah.
And then later on, as an adult, when I started researching this movie, you find out, no, they actually created that.
Yeah.
I mean, they went that hard for such a minor little part of the movie.
Even in the second one, it was angels with filthier souls.
But that is important because you get the payoff later.
Yeah.
When he gets the pizza guy.
Yeah, well, he gets
the
pizza guy,
burglars.
and then burglars. Yeah, well, see, and this was
the loud system,
and this goes back to something else he's not supposed to be doing. He's watching. Probably, it's most likely it may be a rated R movie if it was rated R back then. I don't know if they whatever, but it's a movie he's not supposed to be watching, and then he gets scared from it.
Yeah,
Casey says I owe you 10%.
Well, and
does he?
Yeah, snakes. I don't know no snakes.
I know a snake. Name sounds familiar.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get you no good, ugly lying keister off my property, for I pump your guts full of lead.
1, 2, 10.
I mean, that is such an iconic scene. I mean, we just sat here and did that whole thing word for word.
Yeah.
Well, and when he uses it for the third time is when Marv, is it Marv? Yeah, Marv goes over there, is looking through the window, and Kevin's decorating a tree. And keep in mind, that's what he cut a top of a tree off.
Yeah.
Kevin grabbed a ladder and cut a top of a tree off. It was probably just a pine tree that was a part of their yard.
And he sees the reflection in one of the globes.
Yeah.
So, Doug, you mentioned this one on our pre-discussion. Sledding down the stairs.
Dude, okay. If you had a house with stairs in it,
I never did. I never had a house like that.
to do this. Because, I mean, the way they did it where he pulled it off because he had to throw the snow all the way up to the door and make a little ramp. But yeah, you absolutely want to do this.
Oh.
This or a bicycle ramp when you was a kid.
Oh, yeah. That was such a kid thing because my grandmother, she had a bigger house. And when we would go to her house, she had a nice staircase. And we would get in sleeping bags and slide down her stairs as kids. So totally identify with that.
Yeah.
And you're thinking of a young boy, yeah, that is a perfect ramp. I bet I could catch some major air on that. And it sort of goes back to National Lampoon's with the
sleds.
Yeah, sleds.
Yeah. You get on one of those serving trays.
I didn't even think about that.
yeah.
Same, same writer, director, all that. So I didn't even think about that. That kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Pretty cool. So I love it how even though Kevin's at home, he's still making Christmas happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He comes to that realization that it's the holidays.
Well, and this is where we first see Marv robbing a house.
Oh, yeah.
They first get what is it? Marv does his calling card of stuffing
Dish rags down into the sink.
Yeah,
and
turning the water on. If you go rewatch that scene, they're going so haphazardly through that house.
Yeah.
Like he's got a crowbar and he's just like shoveling
Shoveling
stuff
stuff.
into his back.
Well, and then he throws it in the back of the van. Just
And you just hear stuff shattering.
I love this duo because it's like they just gave him a carte blanche and was like, just go crazy. Just do it.
yeah.
I mean, nothing was off the table there.
This is such a weird comparison, but did you guys ever watch Pinky and the Brain when you were kids? It was the mice.
Yeah.
Because one was super smart and short, and the
Yeah.
other was
Forehead.
tall
Yeah,
and was an idiot. So it was kind of like, that really reminds me of Pinky and the Brain.
Yep. So they've got that plumbing
It's
van.
a van, yeah.
Yeah.
24-hour service or something like that.
Yeah, and then they that's their cover.
Yeah, nobody's suspect.
And we hadn't talked about it, but you see Joe Pesci's got the one gold tooth.
Oh yeah,
My tooth. My gold tooth.
yeah, and
I'm gonna kill that kid.
because when he was dressed up at the as the cop in the first scene there, Kevin noticed his gold tooth. when
He
smiled.
says Merry Christmas to
Yeah.
him then.
Yeah.
And then when Kevin is walking on the sidewalk, they almost hit him. I think that's in this scene. They almost hit him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
Walking
face
down
is
the-
like up against.
Oh no! That's the next scene because he goes to the store first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the
Okay.
bags fall open on the street.
No. This is when he attempts to buy a toothbrush, and he accidentally steals it.
That's later on.
Yeah, he gets freaked
Is this
out.
approved by the American Dental Association?
I don't know.
So you see the panic set in too.
Yeah.
Because you get the other side of the story where they're in France and she's at the airport haggling, trying to get on another plane.
I love how she just pulls that lady right off the phone that's speaking
Excuse me.
French.
Yeah.
She just pulls her right off. Excuse me. And then the lady just gets mad and walks.
talk. Oh, I have to call you back. Click.
Let's see. And then
I like that funny scene where she's calling into the police office.
Oh.
And all of the classic police officer
Dude.
tropes are there. You got a guy with his feet on the desk. He's like eating a donut while talking to. He's not concerned at all. Well, we could do a check on the property,
wellness check.
wellness check.
when she
And then they send her over to the other lady, and she's like wrapping a present.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're gonna have to calm down.
They're like in the same office.
Yeah.
next. It's just like next.
Hey, Panic Mom on two.
Yeah.
Click.
There's just so much comedy in this. And you don't notice all this stuff as a kid, but
No.
you rewatch it as an adult, and
Well, see, and this is where the family decides to go get a hotel room, check in the hotel, but Kate is staying because there is nothing available, no flights back, nothing.
Not till the next morning.
Not to the next morning. And so she stays to see if something will come available. And so they go to their hotel room. Well, she gets to the point where she is talking to this old couple, which I found so funny. She's like trying to sell them her watch, trade them the watch for tickets. I guess because she eventually makes it back to, I don't know, let's say New York.
You don't even know
or
where
whatever.
she is.
Yeah, or wherever
And you
it's
like
at.
my earrings? The earrings?
Yeah.
she's got a whole shoebox full of them. Dangly ones. I mean, the casting, even the minor characters,
Oh, yeah,
it's
were
just so
great.
good.
The one that says the dangling ones, he was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on the same flight right beside both of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just sitting there right beside with them.
That
I mean, it's
little
John
mustache.
Hughes, so yeah.
I also like Buzz is he'll be fine. For one, he's a kid.
B.
B.
We live in the most boring neighborhood in the country.
Yeah.
Nothing happens there. That's just like nothing's gonna happen.
And I think that's
Fine.
when they show them the robbing the house
Yeah.
right after that. So I think, and then she's actually able to get a flight back to the States, but like she said, she has no idea where she's at. Do we meet? I don't think we meet.
John Candy isn't till later.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys got anything else for scene 2? Do you want to move on? Or?
Yeah, we can move on.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. So scene 3, Kevin goes to the store and does laundry. Harry and Marv stake out the house. Marv investigates, gets tricked by Kevin. Kate lands in America but finds all flights booked home. Gus, yeah, it is in this one. Gus, what is that? Polinsky, the polka king of the Midwest, offers to give Kate a ride back to Chicago. Kevin visits Santa Claus and wishes his family back. Kevin goes to church and meets the old man from across the street and realizes he's a good man. Kevin prepares the house for the thieves.
Nice. So, one thing we did miss about scene 2 was the shaving scene.
Oh, yeah.
And he's sitting there talking to himself too.
He was putting on deodorant and all that.
From way back.
And then he puts the aftershave on, and that's when we get the infamous scream.
Yeah. But anyway, so that scene where Kevin has to do adult things.
Yeah.
Again.
And you notice the camera is at the bottom, his eye level too. So everybody's above.
Put yourself in kid zone again. And you know, he's going to have to walk everywhere.
Yeah. It must be a small town if he's able to walk.
Yeah. He goes to the little mom and pop grocery store where he tries to decide on which toothbrush he's going to buy. Right?
Yeah.
And we also have that scene close by there in the basement where he goes down there to do the laundry.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get that scary scene with the furnace.
And that's when you get the first sense of him, like, as it goes into this section of the movie, you realize he's starting to realize, hey, I can't be scared. This is my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Would a
I have
house-
to grow up a little.
Would a house like that have a furnace like that?
Oh, boiler? If it was a really old house, yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that was crazy. That thing would open up and
So there's a nice scene there in the grocery store where he's getting the toothbrush, and that's when the old man appears.
Oh yeah,
He comes in the store and puts his hand down.
it's like bloody.
Got
And
bandage
he's-
on his
and Kevin freaks out, and that's when he runs out of the store with the toothbrush.
Sonny,
you have to pay for that.
You got to pay for that.
And then they send little Jimmy Olsen after him.
And then there's a cop just had somebody pulled over. Thief!
Yeah, and then they do the scene across the ice pond.
and the cops running after him.
That would not happen today. You can't do that anymore.
What?
Have cops to chase thieves or chase thieves out the store, you know.
Sure you can.
Try to grab them.
Dude, have you seen videos of these stores, the actual people that work there chasing people out of these stores?
Yeah, but then you, of course, you know, you get the risk of, I'm going to sue you. Tackle me. I'll sue you in the parking lot. You know?
So, and then later on, after that is where you get the fake Christmas party.
Well,
you get your first scene of how ingenious Kevin is, because he has to set up this scene where you got to have the lights on.
Yeah.
Christmas music blaring.
All the yarn.
So
he uses the mannequin and the yarn, and
So right before that, that's when after he gets away from the cop, he's walking down the sidewalk and he feels so bad about stealing a toothbrush. He's like, I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
And then that's when he walks in front of their van as they're pulling
That's
out
right,
because they're
yeah.
not paying attention. And that's when he notices the gold tooth.
Because he says Merry Christmas to him again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he starts walking faster and faster, and they're like, that kid looks familiar.
yeah.
Let's see what house he goes to.
Daniel Stern has a great line there when they almost hit him. He says, Santa Claus don't visit the funeral home, Sonny.
Yes.
Little buddy, I think that's what he says. Little buddy.
And is this the scene where he hides in the manger? Kevin does when after he kind of gets away from him.
Well, he goes to the church.
And I think he hides in the manger, like he's one
Right,
of the,
yeah.
he puts the hood on and
Yeah.
everything. So he gets away from him.
Yeah, and he hides in
Yeah.
the manger scene outside the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kate makes it back to the States.
Let's talk about Gus Polinsky.
Yes, and
John Candy.
she's trying to get a flight. There's nothing available, and they're like just nothing to do. And then you can see John Candy in the background. He's got
eavesdropping.
that big yellow
he
yellow
stands
coat
out,
on.
yeah.
He stands out so much. And he walks up. He's like, "Excuse me," and she's like, "What?" And then, do you need he starts talking to her, and he's like, "Come here, I'll try to help you or whatever." And then he starts telling a story about his life, who he is and how he was famous, with this one.
Yeah, we had a few hits back in the day.
Kenosha Kickers.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't
You
know.
never heard polka.
It was really big in Sheboygan.
No.
Well, we sold 700 copies.
Yeah.
But he invented all of that stuff, like we said.
Improvise. He was one of the best improvisers. I mean, it was amazing. And
Sheboygan, they love us.
so he decides to say, "Hey, we can actually drive you back to Chicago." And she's like, "Would you really do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." And so that's when we kind of eventually get the scene of them driving
In
back.
the truck, yeah.
That's where you have to go and watch that deleted scene of them ad-libbing and him telling all those stories in the back during that ride.
He's a genius. He was a genius.
So Kevin visits Santa Claus. That's a funny thing there where he catches Santa Claus at the end of his shift.
Yeah.
And, he's got his
Christmas
beard
Eve,
down.
yeah.
He's smoking. He's like, kind of a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And then Kevin shows up. Oh, he's got to get back in
He throws
character,
the cigarette.
away.
Puts the beer back.
And Kevin says something like, I know how this works, okay?
I know how this works.
The real Santa's in North Pole. You're just one of his workers.
Just one of his workers, yeah.
And then he gives him a tic tac. Hold out your little paw there.
Everybody gets a treat when they see Santa Kid.
But that's where Kevin tells Santa Claus that he wants his family back.
You know what's so funny? This guy that played Santa, he's one of those like background characters that's been in everything. The one main thing I remember him from, I don't know if you guys remember this part, but was in Groundhog Day. He was the guy that would walk up the steps and saying,
"Yes,
beautiful morning,
it's a beautiful morning."
Insurance salesman. Insurance guy.
Oh no, it wasn't insurance because that was the guy that was his annoying friend from high school.
Oh yeah.
No, this guy it was in like the little bed and breakfast and would say, "Good morning. How'd you sleep?" Whatever.
Only in 2 or 3 versions, he hits him and knocks him down stuff.
Yeah.
But that's probably one thing I remember him from. But so this is where he is this kind of where he wishes back, or he's like he wants his family back, or something
he
like
wants
that.
to get a message to Santa. He said he wants his family back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the scene in the church. This is like
it's a great scene.
This is like the Christmas Eve build up.
Yeah,
And the way that's shot, the choir is singing. The church is
softly in the
basically empty.
yeah.
And
It's like a big cathedral.
yeah, you're thinking like, okay, this is probably like the family church. This is where they go. It's obviously the way it's set up. It's like a Catholic church.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, okay, this is probably where the family attends mass or whatever.
yeah.
And so that's where he meets old man.
And he freaks out at first.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's nice.
And then you hear his backstory about how he's alone on Christmas too.
Him and his son got into it years
He said
ago.
things he didn't mean to.
They haven't talked in a long time. And Kevin, I was very impressed with Macaulay Culkin's acting in this scene. Like he's very adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this scene.
This is more of a dramatic scene.
Yes, giving the old man advice, saying, "Won't you call him? Won't you call your son? Talk to him."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't know. I don't know.
It's really it's the simple truths that adults try to complicate.
Yeah, because the old man's granddaughter was in the choir.
Yeah.
And
It's the only way he could see her.
yeah,
So this is where, a lot of John Hughes movies or John Hughes written movies, they have a heart to them. We talk about the ending. We've mentioned that a little bit where the family reunites. But this is a good heart, emotional moment where he really taps into the idea that, the holidays are fun and there's a lot of family and stuff, but there's also some heartache and pain and grief that is oftentimes associated with the holidays, especially if you got strife in your family. It's a very common thing.
yeah.
So I like that. Yeah, it's the movie's funny in so many ways, but they all have an emotional core that kind of keeps you engaged on an emotional level.
Well, it's just like with Uncle Buck. We all find Uncle Buck hilarious, but there's a very serious side to it at the same time.
Oh, there's a tone. Oh, yeah.
It's that is one of the best scenes of John Candy. Like that scene where he's walking out and he's taking the kids to the track and he realizes I can't do it, and he gets so emotional at that part.
Yeah.
But I miss him. I miss John Candy. I wish he was still alive.
And then at the end of scene 3, we get one of the most beautiful montages in all of cinema.
So my question is, I was trying to think, where did Kevin hear them talking about when they were going to rob the house? Because they give a certain time, don't they? Because Kevin...
Well, what we skipped over was the attempted break-in the first time.
Right. Yeah.
We skipped over that where he puts the firecrackers out in the pot and sets them off, and he's got the gangster movie playing. We kind of skipped over that.
Yeah.
But that's a hugely important moment in the film, because that's where he learns that, they are serious about coming.
Yeah, because they mentioned something
said
like
we're coming back. We'll do it tomorrow night at 9:00.
9:00. Yeah, because that's when Kevin
talking.
That's when Kevin in the church. I think at the church he hears the chimes going off, and it's like almost 9:00, and he's got to go.
Yeah,
and this is when he's like, "This is my house. I'm going to protect it," or whatever he says.
Got the iconic thing with the BB gun.
Well, before we move on to the montage, that is a hilarious thing where Marv gets tricked through the gangster movie, the tape, and then he goes back and he tells Harry about it.
Snakes.
I don't know snakes. I don't know no snakes.
He's like, I think he just what he say? I just witnessed a murder. I just heard a murder.
He's like, what?
He threw them firecrackers in the bucket, and he was playing the end of that movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he goes out and says, "We gotta get out of here." And Joe Pesci's character's like, "Oh, we need." He's like, "Wait a minute." And then
I guess he's like, this is our territory.
Yeah, don't you think we need to have a face to go with a name if there's a murder here and we get asked about it?
Yeah. You know what I find so hilarious about that scene is that Kevin just happens to have that movie queued up to that scene in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind because he was watching in the living room earlier, but he also has it in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if they're like. It was like a VHS he had.
Just totally walking around with it queued up perfectly.
Maybe it was his favorite scene.
His favorite scene.
All right, so let's talk about that montage.
Excuse me.
One of the most beautiful in all of cinema, where Kevin lays out his blueprint on the table. And he's got all of his booby traps set up there.
Blueprint from?
He drew it. It was hand drawn.
It's like drawn in crayon and stuff.
Yeah, and it said my house or the house, and it had each room what he had said.
And I think that's when he said, "This is my house. I'm going to protect it." And then he starts setting all those different booby traps and
the paint cans and
paints the basement stairs with tar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that was
puts a nail.
He puts the micro machines. And his dad, in the very beginning of the movie, said, "I almost fell over one of these micro machines you left in the floor."
He puts them at that window and also puts glass ornaments
at the door, there. Because he knows he finds it where they lose the feet, the shoes.
This is such an awesome scene, and you got the John Williams score ramped up right there, where it's playing like fast play.
Yeah, it's great.
Carol of the Bells right there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Man, such good stuff. And dude, when Kevin sits down to have his meal, that macaroni and cheese looks so good,
dude.
Was it?
And
one
he says his little prayer. He's like, "Thank you for this microwave dinner."
It was one of the Stofers, wasn't it? Like a
Stouffer's microwave and cheese. Another product placement.
All right.
Microwave goodness.
And then the whole last, 20 minutes of the movie is all about the fun house.
Yeah. The traps, booby traps, everything.
I had no idea what it was in for him.
Final scene.
Final scene? Okay. So, final scene. Harry and Marv arrive at the house and go to the back door. They fall into Kevin's traps. Kevin flees, but Harry and Marv catch him across the street. The old man hits them with a snow shovel and takes Kevin home. They are arrested. The next morning, Kate and the rest of the family walk through the door. So, okay. I would like to read something. I have all of the booby traps that Harry and Marv go through.
Okay.
I'll try to read as fast as I can here. So,
Oh, you're good.
so this is what Harry goes through. Harry gets shot in the groin by a BB gun before Marv, slips and falls twice on the ice-covered steps approaching the front door. His right hand is severely burned when he places it on the searing hot doorknob from the barbecue starter. Although he puts it on in the snow near the stairs, it inflicts a permanent scar in the shape of an M.
McAllister.
They especially show it
branded.
in the sequel.
Yeah.
His head gets burned by a blowtorch when he opens the back door. And again,
he just holds it there.
He puts it out in the snow, melting because he just dives into that snow.
And he touches his head. And it makes a crackle noise.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Walks into plastic wrap covering with caulking glue and gets blasted with feathers blowing from a fan, causing him to look
Why
like
you dressed like a chicken?
Why you dressed like a chicken?
Slips on Kevin's micro machines at the foot of the stairs with Marv, gets hit in the face, losing his cherished gold tooth in the process.
My gold tooth.
With a paint can while going up the stairs, falls from them and crushes Marv. Falls after tripping on a wire and is knocked unconscious. Accidentally gets hit in the stomach with a crowbar by Marv, who's trying to kill Buzz's pet tarantula.
What are you doing?
That's such a funny scene. No.
It's like you're halfway waking up and you see him.
Don't move.
Falls after swinging into a wall while attempting to use a rope to cross to Kevin's treehouse after Kevin cuts the rope with hedge trimmers with Marv. Gets hit with a snow shovel by Old Man Marley after Kevin's capture after Marv. So that was just Harry.
Wow.
So, okay, Marv gets shot in the forehead with a BB gun after Harry. Slips and tumbles down on his back on the ice-covered stairway entrance to the basement. Falls.
Wait a second. There is an awesome scene right there where he's trying to break in the back door and he can't get his feet right and they're like sliding all over the place and then they go whoosh.
Yeah.
And they fit in the you remember that?
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets hit in the head with a crowbar when he falls.
He falls.
Oh yeah.
He throws it up. Yeah.
Gets hit in the face with an iron that falls down the laundry chute after pulling a light switch attached to the iron, leaving a massive iron-shaped mark on his face.
Forehead.
And this was always painful. This scene.
I know what you're getting ready to say.
Loses his shoes and socks while going up the basement stairs, coated in tar, and jams a nail protruding upward into his.
And it shows the way it's
Going
shot.
slowly down.
It's about a couple inches in the foot.
Causing him,
And then he just falls straight backwards.
as he's holding his foot.
causing him to fall back down the floor and scream in immense pain. Slips on ice again after leaving the basement. Steps on Christmas ornament. Oh, this is such a painful scene when he goes through the window
Oh, yeah.
And they bust.
barefoot and screaming even more pain when he enters through a back window.
His scream.
Slips on Kevin's micro machines at the foot of the stairs with Harry. Gets hit in the face with a paint can while going up the stairs and falls with them with Harry. Gets crushed by Harry when he falls from the stairs. Kevin plants Buzz's pet tarantula, Axel, into Marv's face after he grabs his foot.
Oh yeah, and the scream from that.
Scream in panic and releases Kevin.
Yeah, that's
Falls after swinging into the wall while attempting to use the rope with Harry. Gets hit with a snow shovel. Old man captures before. Yeah,
Dude,
that was everything that happened.
They go through it.
yeah. And when I would watch that as a kid, a watch through of that movie would be I would watch them going through the house getting beat up, rewind it, watch it again, rewind it, watch it again, and just so many times because it's Yeah, it's slapstick and it's over the top, but it is their performances are so funny.
Okay, so I will say, part 2 has one of my favorite comedy scenes of all time. Is when Marv, when Marv is in the basement of that big house. And he gets electrocuted from that, and he turns into a skeleton.
If it's just like for a brief frame or two. Yeah.
And he's just like, and he turns into a skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good.
I laughed I just watched it a couple days ago. God, it's so funny.
So when Harry and Marv get arrested.
Yeah.
It's funny, they arrest him, and the police officer says something like, "Oh, you're the wet bandits, and now we know every house you've hit in the neighborhood because of the calling card."
And he's like,
remember, get that right. We're the wet bandits."
He's like, shut up, and he starts kicking him and everything. So this is where we see the old man saves him because they're about to like torture him.
Yeah,
they finally.
I'm gonna eat each one of these fingers off your hand. You know, he's getting ready to bite into him.
I'm gonna burn the top of your head. I'm gonna shove a nail in your foot.
Oh God!
So let's talk about the end where the family shows up.
Yeah. Well, so also there's that scene. It's in this scene, I believe, where Kate's riding back with what was Gus, and he's telling stories and they're singing songs, and then finally the next morning, Kevin sees the old man reunite with his family, his son and everything. It's a happy moment.
And he gives Kevin the wave.
Yeah. And then he goes back downstairs and he's still alone. He thinks the wish didn't happen. Mm-hmm. And then this is when Kate walks in.
Mm-hmm. And it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
The music is swelling. Mm-hmm. They have their reunion.
Yeah. And then what was so funny is the family shows up like 5 minutes later. Not even 5 minutes later, probably 2 seconds later.
And like, how'd you get here? The flight you didn't want to wait for? When we got on.
Yeah. And then, of course, the movie ends with the reunion, and then Buzz discovers his room.
Oh, man. Kevin, what'd you do to my room? That was... He fixed up the entire house.
Yeah.
Except Buzz's room.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. Like, the movie... At the end, the house is perfectly put back together again.
He's decorated for Christmas, and what's so funny is
I never thought about that until now.
Kate's like, well, we probably need to go to the store to grab some food or whatever.
God, I got some eggs and milk.
And they're like, what? Yeah, I walked down to the store. What? And that's the end of the movie. They're all family reunited.
Am I crazy to think that somewhere at the end of when they're all reunited, it shows that tarantula run across the floor somewhere? Doesn't it show it scamper by? Because it shows it wasn't hurt.
I don't think so. I think the last time we saw it was when it was on Marv's face.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking they showed it in it.
But anyway, it's got that perfect ending. You got the reunion.
Yeah.
Kevin wins. The snow's falling. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's just a perfect ending too.
Well, because the movie ends with his brother yelling, "What did you do to my room?" Mm-hmm. And then he freaks out and runs.
The face.
Yeah, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so let's do our favorite category of...
Did not know that.
So we talked about this a little bit kind of just throughout the whole episode. John Candy filmed his airport cameo in just one 23-hour day, improvising almost all of his dialogue as a favor to producer and screenwriter John Hughes. Hughes, who fiercely defensive of his screenplay, made an exception for his friend Candy, allowing him to improvise. A trademark of Hughes also seen in The Breakfast Club, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which may have partly inspired this character. Candy wasn't happy with his $414 payment.
$414.
Reportedly less than the pizza delivery boy's earnings.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is because they didn't really... I don't think they mentioned that in the documentary, but you know,
Yeah.
it's
But getting a role in one of the most iconic Christmas movies of all time, I mean,
Highest
that's
grossing
priceless.
film ever.
yeah. So here's one more. Here was some people that was considered for some certain roles. So Kelsey Grammer, Chris Farley, Robert De Niro, John Lovitz, and Danny DeVito were
Well, that's interesting.
thought about for the robbers.
Oh.
It says they either audition or turn down the roles for those two parts. So, all right.
Would have been tough to get Chris Farley at that time.
Well, Chris Farley.
No, 1990. I guess he wasn't really.
He was
He
probably
hadn't
just
hit yet.
getting on SNL probably at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
It would have been more of a breakout role for
Yeah, I'd say
Chris
so.
Farley. But I could definitely imagine him.
Yeah,
Him playing Marv. Yeah.
yeah.
But I wouldn't change anything about this movie.
No.
not at all. It's funny they were thinking about Robert De Niro and went with
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci because he just did Goodfellas as well. So
Yeah.
okay, so let's. All right, Doug, let's start with you. You want to give your number one quote for the movie, your favorite quote?
Man. How could you. How do you narrow this one down?
Yeah, that's one thing that we really didn't talk a whole lot about, but this movie's got so many great one-liners and so many quotes.
Yeah. Well, here's your time,
Probably,
or here's your chance.
I would have to say, one of the most memorable ones, and I think it's because of his little brother, was when his mom was saying, "You're going to have to go stay on the hide bed with Fuller." And just it shows the brother with those glasses drinking the Pepsi.
Yeah.
Just sits there and grins.
Yeah, just a smile on his face.
What-
That's probably one of the most memorable scenes. I think it's just a combination of the acting and what he's getting threatened with.
Yeah.
Fuller, he wets the bed.
Derrick, what about your favorite quote or your number one?
So my favorite quote is definitely "Keep the change, you filthy animal," because that's a T-shirt right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's on your shirt right now. And I've sent out that meme before. "Merry Christmas, you filthy animals," which he picks up and says later in the movie. So that's mine.
So I'm gonna say I think the snakes line is snakes. I don't know no snakes. I think just that kind of whole scene right there is probably one of my favorite lines right there. Snakes. I don't know no snakes.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci does such a great job.
He sounded like a snake.
Yeah.
Derrick, what about best scene for you?
Best scene for me. Obviously, as a kid, the whole reason you watched the movie was the end.
Yeah.
To see him go through all of the torture. But my favorite scene is the gangster scene.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm eating junk food and watching rubbish. Somebody come out here and stop me. That whole, because later on as an adult, when you learn how much effort they put into that.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome.
Doug, best scene for you?
Best scene's probably when he goes to cut the rope.
Yeah.
He's sitting there like, "Hey guys," and and they're like, "Go back."
And they just fly right into the house.
Right to the side of the house, just right into it.
I'm actually gonna say probably my favorite scene is the church scene when he's in there talking to the old man and kind of gets a little bit of backstory from the old man, and then I just think he did such an awesome job helping the old man. Giving him some advice. Why don't you go talk to him? And then the old man gave him some advice to maybe like forgive his family or whatever.
Hey, you don't have to be scared of me.
Yeah. So I think that was my best scene for me. Doug, favorite character?
Favorite character? Probably Marv.
Marv.
Marv is my favorite character.
Derrick?
Yeah, for the same reason.
Marv. Yeah, I'm actually going with Marv.
Unanimous.
All right. So, hey, everyone, if you're enjoying this podcast, please make sure to follow us on your preferred podcast apps, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're actually available on YouTube as well. We appreciate it if you'd leave us a review. Give us a 5 stars if you are enjoying this podcast. If you like Doug's idiocy, give us a 5 stars. Don't leave us bad comments. Just give us 5 stars.
Yeah, we got to build up Doug's ego.
Yeah. He needs it.
He's obviously lacking in confidence.
He needs it in his trashy world he lives.
Trashy world. A privately trashy world.
If there's an episode you enjoy, feel free to share it with a friend. All right, so let's start with you, Derrick. You want to give your score and your final thoughts?
It is not Christmas until you've watched Home Alone. I mean, this is top tier. One of the all-time great Christmas movies. For me, it was generational defining. I mean, having been a kid when it was released, it's perennial, it's timeless. You can go back and watch it as an adult.
Yeah.
It holds up. My kids love it.
Mm-hmm.
It just is lightning in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing about it that is bad. I know that Ebert or whatever talks about it being implausible. I don't care.
No.
You get so wrapped up in the story, the performances, the comedy that you're willing to suspend your disbelief. Like, I know that a lot of this is impossible. That's the reason I go to the movies. I know it's fantasy.
Yeah,
I want to escape.
Yeah.
Escape from real world.
I don't care about any of that. None of it detracts from the experience.
Yeah.
In so many ways, this is the perfect Christmas movie. And I mean, in my book, this is a 5 out of 5.
You want a 5?
I can't think of anything negative about this movie. I know I'm biased. I'll be the first to tell you, like, I got big time nostalgia glasses on when I see this.
No.
Because of how it hit. But I think the fact that it is transcendent, it crosses generations, and it is still beloved today by kids.
Yeah.
I think it shows how much it holds up.
Yeah, definitely.
And I absolutely love it. It never gets old. It's so quotable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, to me, it's the perfect Christmas movie.
I'm going to have to go watch it now. Watch it again.
There you go.
All right. Doug, final thoughts and score?
Final thoughts. What can you say? What could you say about this movie other than it hits right on every aspect of, like you were saying, being from that age where everything's possible, and the whole world is just your oyster. You know, when you're a little kid, everything's amazing. You see the fun in everything. What's the first thing you think? Well, that'd be fun. I'd like to. As a kid, it's definitely, as far as a Christmas movie, I would have to agree with Derrick. It's definitely, with me up there, it's definitely a 5. Because, 50 years old, I'm still watching it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll continue to watch it. My kids will watch it. Mm-hmm. It's one of the movies that and my kids today are like, oh, what year was this made? This was not made in the aughts. Come on. It's a movie they will watch today that they don't complain about. What can you say bad about it?
Mm-hmm.
So you gave it a 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the only thing that doesn't, I shouldn't say hold up's not the right word, is the whole airport scene. That's the only thing that dates it, I guess you could say. That's what I'm trying to say. Not holds up. Holds up's not the right word. That dates it is the airport scene, because we all know we can't do that anymore. But everything else is just like, you could, like you said, you guys said you could watch this anytime. You could watch this 50 years from now and it still holds up.
I mean, you can ride through downtown and you can see that neighborhood.
That's my classic Christmas look to everything. I don't like all the new Christmas stuff. I don't know. It's just me. I guess because I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, and it's just how this was Christmas for me. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not my favorite Christmas movie. It's up there though. I do like part 2 better because that was one of those I just watched over and over again was part 2 because they just amped up everything.
Yeah.
Home Alone 1 is better than part 2, but I just like part 2 better. So we'll say that.
That's fair.
I'm gonna actually just give it like a 4.5. I'm not gonna say it's there are other Christmas movies I like better because Christmas Vacation is my favorite Christmas movie.
One thing I will say as we're reviewing this, I think Christmas movies get put in a different rating category because I know when you look at what we've given other films scores, like I think T2, I gave it a 5.
I think we all gave it 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be using the same standards for T2 as I am Home Alone.
Right.
It's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
But when you think about what you want a Christmas movie to be, I mean, this one just hits on everything. So I guess somebody might be listening to this who's maybe heard some of our others and been like, well, how do you put this on the level of T2? All right, you got to understand, we're talking about different genres here.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about the holiday movie and what you want that genre to be, I mean, that's why I'm giving it a 5 because Christmas movies belong in their own category.
Yeah.
Just like you would put a drama in its own category, a sci-fi,
Thriller, yeah.
a horror
Action,
movie.
yeah.
So when you think about that genre, there's some other great ones out there. Like I'm going to put A Christmas Story up there. I'm going to give Christmas Story a 5 as well.
Right.
If I review that one, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
And there's a few other ones that are top tier. But just a little word for the thinking process behind the review. You got to look at it in the genre in which it belongs.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and this is the whole point of this podcast is to let the viewers, listeners, whatever, know what our opinions of these movies are. We're not saying this is what this movie is. We don't care what you think. This is what this movie is. This is all of our opinions. If we love a movie more than it's just our opinion.
now these people that gave it a 1 out of 10, I am
are
going to
wrong.
say you're wrong.
They are wrong.
People out there don't like Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one guy out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's always one.
So, all right. So that came out to a 4.8. That's actually higher than both IMDb and
Totally. That's what I
Rotten
saw.
Tomatoes
That was like,
scores.
man, that's criminally low
Yeah.
in my book. But anyway,
well, and I think that's another reason why it's not on IMDb's top 250 because it does have a lot of lower scores, which surprised me. There were so many lower scores. People hating on Home Alone.
And you can't
how you
say
gonna
it's
hate
not
on Home Alone? I
I
don't
mean,
get
the
it.
soundtrack and everything. It was a critically acclaimed movie. So you could say that. There's that argument.
So I also will say this is another movie that it's a generational movie. You can watch. It's a clean movie. There are booby traps, but they're funny. Anybody can watch it, any age. I think it's just one of those. If you haven't seen it, definitely, because it's what is on Disney Plus, I think now.
Yeah.
And go watch it on Disney Plus. It's a great movie. The whole family could watch it.
It's like watching old school cartoons.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys got anything else?
that's it.
All right. That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our prep time for the break-in on 1990s Home Alone. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember, guys, I'm eating junk food and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.